What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the life you were born to live is a story? A story you've told yourself 1,000 times, filled with reasons, doubts, and delays. Today, we're not editing that story. We're burning it, completely. Because on the other side of your excuses is the fire that changes everything. This isn't another pep talk. This is a soul confrontation, a transformation in voiceover form. You're not here for fluff, you're here to remember what power feels like. We're diving into the mindsets that shift legacies, the beliefs that command action, and the daily disciplines that forge unshakable momentum. Each section will not only hit hard, but leave you with practical steps, blueprints forged in fire, so you walk away not just inspired, but activated. And if you stick to the end, I'll show you how to turn today's decision into lifelong dominance. Let me ask you something. When was the last time an excuse made you stronger? When was the last time it built a bridge instead of a wall? You already know the answer. Excuses are clever little thieves. They don't just steal your time, they steal your identity. They convince you you're protecting yourself when you're actually erasing your potential one justification at a time. You weren't made to explain your limitations. You were made to expand your capacity. Every great transformation begins with an execution, not of dreams, but of the cowardly inner voice that insists you're not ready. The Romans knew this. When a general crossed the Rubicon, there was no turning back. Bridges weren't burned metaphorically, they were set ablaze with literal torches, so retreat became physically impossible. That's the level of commitment required to transcend mediocrity. Your excuses are those bridges. I'll start when I have more money. Is a bridge. Burn it. I'm waiting for the right opportunity is a bridge. Burn it. I'm not like those successful people is the grandest bridge of all. Douse it in gasoline and throw the match over your shoulder as you march forward. The ancient samurai practiced death meditation, visualizing their own demise daily, not out of morbidity, but to eradicate hesitation. When you mentally burn every escape route, something miraculous happens. Your mind stops seeking alternatives and starts engineering victory from whatever materials remain. The moment you stop entertaining excuses, you start unleashing execution. Want freedom? Stop negotiating with what holds you back. Light the match. For the next 7 days, write down every excuse you catch yourself saying. Then rewrite it as a decision. I can't because I'm tired becomes I choose to rest now so I can rise stronger tomorrow. Make your excuses kneel before your goals. Now that you've cleared the smoke of self-sabotage, let's find the spark that was buried beneath it. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your belief. That's why two people with the same skill set can end up in two radically different futures. One believes they're worthy of more. The other believes they're lucky to survive. Which one are you becoming? Belief is your internal engine. But it's not about wishful thinking, it's about identity alignment. If you want to change your world, change what you believe about yourself. The most dangerous person is not the strongest, it's the one who believes they cannot be broken. When belief takes root, fear loses its voice. Suddenly, risk becomes a tool, not a threat. And your steps, they carry fire. Take 5 minutes each morning and declare your identity, not your goals. Say it aloud, I am disciplined. I am a finisher. I am relentless. Speak until your subconscious starts to listen. But belief without direction is a wildfire, powerful but aimless. So how do you channel it? Clarity is the compass that separates the wanderers from the warriors. It is rebellion in a world drunk on distraction. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're unclear. You cannot hit a target you refuse to define. Do you know what you're really chasing? Or are you just moving to avoid stillness? True clarity is uncomfortable. It forces you to confront your real desires, not just socially acceptable ones. But once you own it, your vision becomes a weapon. Clarity cuts through confusion like a blade through fog. Once you're clear, decisions become easier. Distractions fall away, and your energy becomes lethal. Write one clear, bold sentence that defines what you want this year to look like. Not vague, specific, emotional, measurable. Put it where you see it daily. With clarity lighting the path, it's time to fuel the journey, not with caffeine, but with purpose. Discipline is dry without meaning, but attach purpose to it. Suddenly your morning routine becomes sacred. Your sacrifices become sacred. Your consistency becomes your crown. I've always said, people with goals succeed because they know where they're going. But purpose says, I know why I must get there. Purpose doesn't push you, it pulls you like gravity toward greatness. When your effort is tied to meaning, motivation becomes unnecessary. You move with mission, not mood. Write a why statement that explains the deeper reason behind your goals. Not money, not fame, the real why. Read it before you start your day. Purpose sets the fire, but without motion, it fizzles. So let's talk about the habit that keeps the flame alive. Action is the ritual that builds your legend. Let's kill a lie. You don't need more information. You need execution. You don't need more motivation. You need motion. Action is the only proof of belief. And you don't need to feel ready, you need to feel committed. Winners act, then adjust. Action silences doubt, because every step forward leaves fear one pace behind. Momentum is the gift you give yourself when you stop waiting for clarity and start moving with courage. Nature's most brutal law is also its most liberating. Energy flows where attention goes. The farmer who stares at the sky waiting for perfect weather starves. The one who plants in the mud eats. Your life operates on the same algorithm. Every minute spent justifying inaction is fertilizer for regret. Every second spent analyzing obstacles is stolen from constructing solutions. The 21st century's great tragedy isn't lack of opportunity. It's the addiction to mental drafts. People write and rewrite their plans in the endless word processor of their minds, but never hit print. Set a 15-minute execution rule. Every time you feel resistance, give yourself 15 minutes to act anyway. Write, build, move, do, start, and let the fire follow. But here's the truth. Even fire needs fuel. Let's talk about what keeps your inner fire alive after the hype fades. Environment is the oxygen your fire needs. You can't grow in poisoned soil. If your circle normalizes excuses, your fire will flicker. If your atmosphere is cluttered with doubt and distraction, even the strongest spark will struggle. Are you planting your fire in fertile ground or burying it beneath noise? Your environment isn't just physical, it's mental, digital, emotional. Every input either feeds your flame or snuffs it out. Protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. When you intentionally craft your environment, momentum becomes natural. Success stops feeling forced and starts feeling inevitable. Audit your inputs: social media, conversations, content, habits. Make 2 lists. Feeds my fire and fuels my fear. Eliminate one, amplify the other. Burning your excuses isn't a one-time event. It's a daily choice. Belief fuels you. Clarity guides you. Purpose sustains you. Action builds you. And your environment? It breathes life into the fire you've lit. Every night, ask yourself, did I light the fire today, or did I let it burn out? This is your reminder. You are not a passive observer of life. You are the flame, and you don't need permission to rise. Burn the excuses, light the fire, and keep it burning. Not just today, but every day. Legends say the phoenix builds its own funeral pyre, not out of despair, but because it understands an eternal truth. Destruction precedes creation. Your excuses must meet the same fate. Burn the bridge of someday. Ignite the torch of today. Let the flames consume every I can't, until all that remains is the forged steel of I will. You are not here to watch the fire. You are here to be the fire. Now light the match. At the heart of every excuse is fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change. But fire has always been humanity's great fear conqueror. Our ancestors tamed it to ward off predators. You must now wield it to burn away hesitation. This isn't about motivational platitudes. This is about the thermodynamics of the human spirit, the undeniable law that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. Your untapped potential is potential energy. Action is kinetic energy. The transition between the two requires the spark of decision. The phoenix doesn't regret its ashes, it rises from them with sharper vision. Your past failures aren't weights holding you down. They're the updraft that will lift you higher than you ever imagined. Now feel the heat, smell the smoke, hear the crackle of excuses turning to embers. This is your moment of combustion. Burn bright or burn out, but for God's sake, burn. If this video woke something up in you, don't let the spark fade. Subscribe. Share this with the one person you know who needs to hear it, and then ignite the next level with the upcoming video, How to Create Unshakable Inner Belief. Because momentum starts with one step, but it's built by what you do next.